Afternoon, everyone. This is episode 8 of the Fellow Traveller Save, still at Cliftonville, and I skipped a few games in between between now and our previous episode. So last episode was the Linfield Triple Bill, which I guess went really well because we won the league game, but we lost the 2 cup games, which means the cup's over for us this season. But the board don't care about the cup. I would have liked to have gotten further, but obviously getting Linfield is kind of decreases your odds a lot. But yeah, and since then we've been on a great run of form. We smashed nearly all those teams. Can't range the only one that wasn't more than 1 goal. We only conceded to Glenavon. Didn't mean to open that. And Count Rangers, we absolutely dominated them more than any other games. I think we just couldn't score a goal. And Gormley has been on quite a good run of form. He didn't play well that game, but he's played well in most of the games, scored goals in most of the games as well. He scored the winner against Carrick Rangers. A lot of midfield players have played well as well. Doherty in that one, Chris Curran in that one, Demirovic and Flanagan and Zoc in that one, and Chris Curran had a great game last game. And in this video we're going to watch, I guess you'll watch and I'll play Crusaders and Ballymena. A lot of the teams we played before weren't very high up in the league. I'm trying to think. Yeah, none of them other than Institute were even in the top half. Yeah, Dungan Swifts, who seem terrible this season but are doing quite well in the league. Ballymena should be an easy game as well. But the problem we have is that what's the word? Actually, I'll skip it to the beginning of the game in a second. But yeah, we played the last game quite recently against Institute, so a lot of players are tired. I think against Glentoran, yeah, we were kind of close until the end. I scored 2 goals in the last 5 minutes, so I was feeling a bit concerned that we were about to taper off our form. So I played first team for Institute, especially because they're in the top half, and also I didn't really think ahead to the game against Crusaders. Sometimes I forget to check, so we might have to rest a few players. I'm just going to skip to the game against Crusaders. So yeah, for the game I have to rest a few players because of tiredness from the Institute game. You may notice the Zoom has changed a few times actually. When I cycle, didn't mean to put the bed there. When I cycle on my exercise bike and play, I have to zoom quite far in so that I can still see what's going on. And also, I don't have it quite as zoomed out as I used to in general because I didn't quite need glasses. And reading it so small, I think, is giving me a headache. But I can't see the opticians because they're all closed because of coronavirus. Which is a shame, but a bigger inconvenience for a lot of other people than me. Yeah, so Crusaders is quite a big game actually because we're normally second. Right now we're first because we're ahead of Linfield. Oh, I was close to my it. But Crusaders are despite the name, they're not the kind of most right-wing club in the league. They sound like a real fascist club. But they're probably the second best, should be third best really team in the league. It should be the Lana up here, but they're not pulling their weight this season. Their manager got fired though actually, while I was in the games that I played in between. It was a good pass to Ives, that was. But then Ives just sort of kicked it on the defenders. I don't like these kits, they're already clashing. But yeah, so this should be a big game because Crusaders should be in the top 3 or 4 in the end of the season. They should be about our ability, I think, because the players I've bought, I think, are probably slightly better than they are. And Ives again. Is that penalty? It is, I think. We're doing most of our attacking down the left wing as well these days. I think Ives and McMahon have a good partnership. Yes, Gormley blasted that in. Yeah, it's going with Gormley. At the beginning of the season I was quite disappointed by him. We sort of fell out about ambitions for the team, and then we sorted that out, but he just sort of played quite averagely for the first, I don't know, 5 or 6 games, maybe more. Had a few good games, but generally his average was like 6.6 something. Oh, I thought Curran was going to score then. But yeah, and Gormley's improved a lot in the last month or so. I thought I'd gone over. He looks so unhappy, the goalkeeper's got his head in his hands. We scored loads of goals and free kicks as well, both direct and indirect. I think mostly because Kane Flanagan's our best player, and he is he'll be up for Player of the Year. He's got the highest average rating in the league, I think. I'm already quite attacking. You might hear me drinking a cup of tea. You might also hear me cough, but I don't have coronavirus. I think I have hay fever. And walking out in the park has made me coughy, which scares. I'm more attacking now as well. But yeah, it scares people in the park when you cough all the time. But it's always hay fever for me. Yeah, they're coming at us now. They've had a few shots. In the second half, I think we might have a bit more of a game on our hands. I'm going to have to tell some players to sort themselves out, because I don't want... I can very much see a game where we sort of slowly lose control of the game and then they score a goal either right at the end and we draw, or halfway through and we cling on, or even concede a third goal and lose 3-2 at the end. And like I said, Crusaders they're not a bad team. Defence is not playing well. Although they're all motivated except for Ives, so I think I might just tell him to be less nervous, no pressure. And also I'm going to bring Zoc on and hope that he does something. He's not on the bench. Okay, I'll bring Sienna Foster on. And I'm going to take Brandt off. He's not been very good all season, Brandt, but I thought I'd rest Demirovic because he was quite tired after last game. But yeah, let's see if we can hold on to this with Flanagan in the midfield and Foster in right wing. Maybe get another goal. I'm not happy about this nervous defence though. Yeah, part of me is half thinking I should bring on another defender, and part of me is thinking I need to. Let's have a quick look how quick their strikers are. He's not slow, is he? His pace isn't that high actually. But I'm thinking I'm going to bring Gary Breen on for Stuart Baird, just because Gary Breen's older and he's calmer at the end of the game, and I'm going to go cautious. But Breen's very slow. He's got like acceleration 6, pace 5, so he is not the player you want to be marking a quick striker. And actually I think he's in the stopper position, which is not what I want him in. I probably want him no nonsense, because the stopper runs forward and tries to stop the attack. I don't really want Breen to be committing himself into the defensive midfield role, because he's got a lot of running to get back. Oh shit. Wow, that was a real waste of an attack there from Crusaders. I think we were out for this one in the bag. Yeah. A lot of games we haven't said anything in the post-match feedback, so I don't want to get the players thinking that we're... I don't know, I just had to feel uncomfortable not giving feedback, so I'm going to give a few players. Not Sienna Foster. I'm going to give a few players feedback to let them know that they weren't playing quite well enough. Cool. And I'm going to bring us back for the Ballymena game, which hopefully will be a rout, because they're bottom of the league. I didn't realise they're bottom of the league before this. Cool. So here we go for the second game. Playing Ballymena. They're bottom of the league, so should be easy. So I put a few youth players into the team. Stephen Hill, DLP, 17 years old, and Stephen Myrna It's also 17 years old, and I've got Mark Clark. Is it Mark Clark? Yeah, Mark on the bench, and Stuart Robinson. I'm going to change his name to Marky Clark, just because I keep thinking it every time I say it. There was another player I wanted to change the name of. I can't remember what it was. It was difficult to pronounce. Maybe it was Demirovic, but I've kind of got it down now. Also, there's a piece of news that I thought was interesting. So I've got the youth intake preview, and apparently loads of new fullbacks. They all seem to be bad, but then we have a terrific group of players coming through. Potential to be a real golden generation for the club, but we're just getting no good centre backs, no good centre midfielders, no good attacking midfielders, not many good wingers, not many good strikers. So where are these terrific group of players coming from? Are they just fullbacks? So I guess we'll have to see. I do like the preview though. It's a thing that I think they brought in one of the more recent games, maybe even this one, I'm not sure. I don't really follow it that closely. I'm just going to tell a few players no pressure, including Stephen Hill, because they're quite young. Yeah, and hope this will be an easy game. Ballymena are at bottom of the league, so it should be a walkover. Maybe I should have rested more players. I've got another game in a few days, but I can bring off a few players like Ives as well. I don't want to rest too many players as well, especially because actually thinking about it, but I mean I've got a lot to play for. That's the hay fever cough. Ballymena have got a lot to play for. If they win, they could come out of the relegation spots. I've definitely underestimated a team like that before. I don't know what happened with that then, Chris, but you get another game. Oh, yes, Goran's got to score that. Oh, good save. But yeah, so like many times I've seen bottom of the league and been like, oh, to go smash it off like youth players, but oh, that's close. If they've had a big meeting or something just before this game, they could easily have a lot of fight in them. Oh, it's a good free kick, bloody hell. It's the other thing is like it takes one lucky set piece like a corner. Oh, good save, Leo. Bloody hell. Yeah, one lucky set piece like a corner. Oh, I think we've got out of the woods then finally. But one lucky set piece, they score a goal, 1-0. A lot of the young players start to panic, as they already kind of are. And then suddenly we're on the back foot and Tristan Pash getting a bit annoyed by this, but yeah, and then we start to collapse, and at half time 1-0 down, I have to swap some young players, and it's a close normally. And suddenly it's a different game. Hopefully we get a goal early on now. Not this one by the looks of it. That was Ives who kept jumping over and over again, trying to slide tackle him and miss it over and over again. Yeah, that's not a great half. Yeah, I'm going to tell him it's disappointing. But I need to tell some of the young players not to worry too much, but also they're playing quite badly, some of these young players. And I'm going to tell Gormley that. I know he's nervous, but I don't know, something in me told me to say, Joe Gormley, you can make the difference. Maybe he's just that kind of player. Likes to be told that he's the one that can win the game for us. The Ronaldo. I'm going to make some subs, I think, soon. I'm going to do it now because we're just not making much progress. And I think I kept a few good players on the bench. I didn't put any good centre midfielders on the bench, which is a bit concerning now. But I think I'm going to bring Branton, who isn't great, but Stephen Hill's not having a good game. He often doesn't when he starts, weirdly. If he comes on, he often plays well, but if he starts the game... Oh, shit. Is that a 1-on-1 as well? Fuck, they scored. Well, so much for that easy game that's kind of a waste. Recording. Now everyone's going to see. I'll just guff it at Ballymena. God, it was a beautiful pass to Friel. Maybe we could score a goal at the end and get one back. I don't have to approach this really as well, because Gormley's not playing very well. But he scores a lot of goals. So I'm thinking about subbing him off from McCrudden, but it could also be a bad idea. Go on, Brandt in the pocket. That wasn't a very good ball, was it? Over there. Don't shoot Gormley. That's what I knew he was going to shoot then. I shouldn't have told him you're going to make the difference, should I? Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to make the formation a lot more attacking. Support. Sala. Attack. Curran's going to attack as well. Make Gormley an advance forward. I think advance forwards play slightly further forward than a poacher, as well as focusing more on passing the ball and not just on scoring. I'm going to bring Gormley off as well. I'm feeling like I don't think he's going to be one that saves us today. I wish he was nervous. Where's McCrudden? If we tell him, you have to be able to make a difference here. He's not had enough game time this season. I hope he'd be chomping at the bit to come on and score an equaliser. Already set, very attacking. Push forward, come on lads. Come on. I thought that was it. Glendenning. Sorry, I really like the Guardian Football Podcast. As in the Guardian newspaper. And Barry Glendenning is one of the speakers on the podcast. I don't know what you call people, the hosts. Oh, I think they might score a second here. Oh my god, that was an incredible goal as well. Alright, I'll scout him, see if he's got any. They might go down this season still, Ballymena, so if we see anyone we like, if we see anyone that we like, might be worth buying them. Yeah, absolutely fluff this game. They got 2 clear-cut chances that I think that, to me, that indicates a wasteful midfield. I'm gonna go for these guys. Absolutely shit performance. Chris Correntino seems like a Gary was inspired by the positive reaction. Wow. But yeah, it was disappointing. We were top before that game as well, very temporarily, because Linfield, they lost the game before against one of the Glens. I can't remember which one. Probably not Glenavon, because just played them. But I think they lost to Glentoran. But now they beat Glenavon, and we've lost to fucking Ballymena 2-0 as well. Yeah, they put back ahead, which is kind of good, to be honest. I don't want to win the league in one season. If it was a bit cheap, do that. Excellent. Yeah, thank you for watching. Especially if you got all the way through the video, especially if the weather is as nice where you are as it is here right now. We've got the best day to play video games inside, but not that many things you'll be doing outside that don't involve being within 2 meters of anyone. Yeah, and have a nice rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.